Now it's just telling us the temperature inside here in Celsius for some reason. So let's see. Alright, so now we should be in Fahrenheit. Alright, so I just turned it back on. So it just tells you where it's made and stuff. So then now there's the main menu. It just tells you the temperature in here. So right now it's actually kind of nice. It's 85 degrees in here. And then it's telling us we're plugged into short power. And it's saying if we had the system on, the furnace would also be on, because the furnace right now, I don't know if you saw it, but it's set to 86 degrees. Since it's 85 in here, it would come on automatically, right? So then you go to menu. So this right here, that first one, that's your temperature setting for the trailer itself. So that right there, I usually recommend that you leave that really low, because if you leave it high, you'll forget that you have it that high, and you'll try to heat up your water. If you just turn it on to heat up water, and the temperature right here is higher than what it's inside here, it'll turn on your furnace by itself. So just leave it at 41.
So that's for keeping the temperature from the air conditioner?
No, furnace.
No, furnace.
Air conditioner's right here.
Oh, so the furnace won't go on unless it gets to 41 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
So it's on
you can set it.
So it's on the furnace don't go on till 41 degrees.
Mm-hmm. Right, that's what I did now.
Okay. So do we have to is there anything like lighting the furnace? Do we have it does it all by itself?
Yeah, so all you'll do, so that's just the temperature here.
On electrical or propane?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So then the next one, see the little shower head? That's just when you're gonna take a shower. If you want to heat it up for more, if you're gonna, what you'll do, you'll just turn it up. It'll heat up the water a little bit more than normal for 30 minutes, just so you can take your shower, and then it'll reset itself, okay? And then the next one, see the lightning bolt? That's 110. If you're hooked up to 110, you can turn it on 1 or 2, and it'll start heating up the water or doing your furnace, depending on what you want it to do. The 1, that's an eco setting, so it'll waste a little bit of energy. 2, it'll waste as much as it needs to get as hot as it needs to, okay? And then if you're in the middle of nowhere and you have no hookups, as long as you got propane, you'll turn on the propane and you're good. Any questions with this?
Now, if we go like right now, we just go and we hook up the electricity, would it shut off the propane if we have the propane on?
No. You have to do it manually.
So the only time we're going to start the propane is when we have no hookup. So if we get to the campsite, we're going to start the propane and do those. We don't really need to do an adjustment. So the only adjustment is if we want to make the water hotter.
Like right now, if you just want warm water, you'll just turn it on and you'll get hot water. Don't forget to make sure that that's low though. Because right now, let's say if you're somewhere and it's 75 degrees out, 75 is really nice, right? Mm-hmm. You don't want the heater on in here. But if that's set to 80, it'll try to put the temperature in here to 80.
Why would we ever set it to 80 though? I don't.
Like that's just in case you forget and it's set there. Because when we barely started right now, it was set to 86.
So it's set at 41. I'm not gonna have to change it. If I want to leave it at 41, I don't have to reset it all the time.
No.
So it's gonna be good. I don't have to worry about it.
Exactly. But let's say maybe 50 is cold. I don't know what's cold to you guys. If you want to, make it 60 in here, you put it to 60 and it'll heat up by itself. And it's an ambient heater, so it's not like you're gonna hear it come on. It'll just feel warm.
So what does it have on and off switch? The on and off switch is for.
That's just the monitor.
The monitor.
That's all it is.
So that's basically the on and off switch for the heating system.
No. This right here?
No, the one with the little flame.
Yeah. The flame, that's just propane. On and off. Okay?
But we're going to the RV park, so we turn that on
For hot water.
For hot water on the bolts.
Oh no, but we're on electrical, so we don't need it for hot water because it's gonna use electricity to heat.
Yeah, so you'll just turn it on
But
here.
you still have to put it on there.
Oh, I gotta put it on that one. But it's set for 1 kilowatt, so it's not automatically on. We actually gotta press it.
For hot water.
Okay.
And when we're not using it,
Just turn it off.
So when we're not using hot water, turn it off. Because it's gonna keep the water hot all the time and use electricity.
If you leave it on.
Okay, so.
And then if you this right here, it has a different menu too, and it has a bunch of settings. I recommend for that you read the manual.
Or just these are the basic ones we really need to know about.
The manual, I hate manuals, but this one actually explains everything really good, and it has pictures and it's really brief. It doesn't give you like a really retarded explanation. It gives you like, well, this is what this is for, and that's it.
So it comes with a manual. We have a manual. Oh, it's in the box.
It's in the. There should be a bag somewhere here, right here.
Oh, okay.
oh yay!
So when we when we get to a camp spot with no hookups and we want hot water,
Propane.
we gotta turn on the propane.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna use the air conditioner because we don't have power for that.
Nope.
So it's just gonna be propane. When we get to a place with full hookups, we hook up the electricity, turn on that kilowatt to 1 or 2 for hot water.
Yep.
And then turn it off when we're not using it.
But the air conditioner, once we hook it up to the power, we don't have to worry about it. It's just gonna start. We don't have nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. We just once we put in that cable, we just operate the air conditioner like normal.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
And then remember that AC fan I was telling you about? When you turn on the AC, you just want to make sure this is on.
Why did they make it separate and not just have it come on at the same time?
Just so that some people they'll forget it or something goes wrong. This way you have the power to kill it or turn it on. I don't know, they should have. I mean, they could have put something here, you know.
Can't we just leave it in the on position all the time? Or it will stay on even when we turn
It'll
the
stay
air
on the whole time.
Okay.
And then always battery.
Okay.
Alright. And then you just have the temperature set. So basically right here just have off, high fan, high cool, low fan, and then just your temperature setting up here, your thermostat. Okay?
Okay.
And then you can flip the little things where you want it to point at. And then on this side, you have just to pull it out, and you can, it's just a little screen, just that you want to clean out once in a while. And
is
then that thing that you're
The
pointing
breaker?
at, yeah, just the 110 for this.
Okay.
It's just on a GFI. And then if it doesn't work, just reset it.
And it's only going to work on 110 because that's
110.
okay.
And then just smoke detector over there.
And these turn on.
Yep. Cool. And then up here, the fan, you just pop it open. With 3 speeds, and you can choose if you want air in or air out. Okay. And then just let it slow down. Let it slow down pretty good, and then you can hit it. And then also, if you just turn it off, if you just close it, it'll shut itself off.
If we forget to close it when we're driving, would it blow it off?
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta remember to close it whenever we go.
Yep. And then other than that, down here, carbon monoxide detector.
Okay.
110 plug-in on a GFI, and then fuses and breakers are in there.
Oh, I thought that was a speaker or something.
Yeah. No, the
Bass.
speakers are back there.
Bass
Yeah.
speaker.
Two
Oh,
subs.
okay. No, I thought it was like a woofer. I don't know.
Or something.
Something.
Yeah, so then other than that, the table right here. So the table, this one you just, loosen it up right here. The only thing that's weird about it is that it's a ratchet. So let's say you want to tighten it, you'll tighten it up, and then you can pull it out, get a different bite.
Oh, cool.
Okay, same thing for the bottom one and stuff.
Okay.
And then when you're gonna make the bed, you're actually gonna pull that whole thing. This top part comes apart from this. You can pull that off, and then you pull this off, and you can store it right here on the floor if you want, or just in your car. And then in here, there's wooden slots.
And they just go across here.
Yep, you just set them right here, and just roll them out, and they'll lock into place back there.
And these cushions just kind of fold out.
Yeah, this one and the one that you're sitting on, they're actually sewn together to the bottom one.
So we'll just pull them down basically. And these cushions will become the bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that back part, and that right there, you actually have to remove the cushions on the corners.
And we just pull it up and it unlocks. And
You pull it towards us, towards
Okay.
me. And then it'll open up. So if you want,
Yeah,
just
let's
do that
see.
real quick. And then this right here should. Alright, there you go. Pull it forward until, there you go. Then you can throw it back.
Oh, cool.
And then there's storage
Cool.
on there. That little thing lifts up for storage.
Nice. Oh yeah, great.
And then on your right, over there, see that corner piece? The one, it has 2 screws on it. The corner piece, like where you lift it up, the other one, on the inside.
This.
No, it's that
This thing?
piece right there.
Uh huh.
So basically, when you're lifting that up, see how it goes on that side piece?
Uh huh.
Okay.
This piece.
Yeah, so to your right there.
Yes.
So that you'll take the screws off, and that's where you have your little pump. Not the pump, the fill for the glycol.
Oh, this thing.
Yeah, that thing.
So how often do I have to deal with that?
When you do the maintenance for the battery and stuff, I would probably check that too.
And where does it go? Does it leak out or evaporate or something?
It could evaporate.
Oh, okay. So is there a certain kind I have to buy or
You can go on Amazon and just put glycol.
for
And
campers?
it looks like coolant.
Okay.
Yeah, where you can go to New Camp, and they probably have a brand.
So like every 3 months. Okay.
All right. Any questions?
No.
All right.